Welcome back to the second quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show. We do it in 4 quarters, so approximately 15 minutes of good news each quarter. And we'll start off by making sure we take care of those good sponsors. And we were talking earlier about what J.B. Sandal's in business for 135 years. We have another one of our sponsors that is in the break time on the 1 minute breaks, BOBBY002 here in Opelousas, and they're well over 100. I think it's 120 something years. I have it down somewhere, but it just came to my mind that you know, this town is old, and we have some businesses that are really old compared to some communities that are not 100 years old. We have businesses that are over 100 years.
And a lot of those 3-color posters that you see are done at BOBBY002. St. Landry Church, when you go and you get your bulletin, that's coming from BOBBY002. A lot of things that you use every single day, you don't realize come out of those same shops, besides all the business supplies they sell and all the standard printing that you see as well.
Yes, and you need a picture copied or something like that. I've learned to go there, and they do it within, sometimes if they're not too busy, they'll do it right away, and other times you come back a couple hours later and pick it up. Very inexpensive, and you get to visit and possibly buy something else that you need at your office or your home.
Well, let's hit some other sponsors. Piggly Wiggly, you know, it's Labor Day weekend. Everybody's going to be barbecuing. You know, it's a big, nice, long weekend. College football starts. You can watch LSU at 8 p.m. on ESPN Saturday night. You can watch the Cajuns come along and play Arkansas coming up. All your favorite teams. You're going to go to Piggly Wiggly, get you all those good pork steaks to barbecue on the grill, get you good raw oak charcoal on sale. You can get you good lighter fluid there as well. I like to go there and get a lot of different smoked meats. You know, I like to cook that stuff slow, the beans nice and slow, or some smothered greens and that type of thing. I get those necks.
I've got something lined up for you tonight, Wednesday night.
What you got lined up for me?
I'm just advising you now, but I think you can drop whatever you're doing. At 6 o'clock tonight, Wednesday night, I'll be hosting what used to be my annual hot dog supper for the Opelousas Senior High School football team. And Coach Payne, last week when he had me cornered, he says, you know, we used to eat some good hot dogs, if I recall correctly, that Bobby Dupre would sponsor each year. Yes, and I said, I hadn't been asked in recent years. He said, I know it, but I'm asking you now. So what did I do? I called Joey over at Piggly Wiggly South. Put in my order. We'll pick it up this afternoon, and David Link will be helping. I know you're going to be helping, and others will come in and pitch in a hand, and it's about a 30-minute feed, and everybody's happy. And I offered to do it, you know, at the school when they get through. He said, no, I'd like to do it at your house. I want them to see your yard and see that you graduated from Opelousas High just like they did, and look what you've accomplished over the years. So you are getting an opportunity when you get a high school education to go along, get some more education, if at all possible. You may qualify for a Bobby Dupre scholarship. Let the counselors know that you're interested if you're a graduating senior, and they choose it. It's not on scholastic needs, achievements, because I didn't achieve on a scholastic high note. Always did okay. I mean, I'm not complaining. Didn't have a trouble, but I have this little scholarship, 15 of them each year, for a needy, something to encourage them. And I call it an inducement they show some success. They get up there, maybe that's the only scholarship they get, but they get to go up just like the scholars, that the valedictorians, salutatorians, all of those get a lot of big scholarships and all that. They get to go up and get a reward
for their hard work.
For their hard work, right. So anyhow, looking forward to the football team being at my outdoor kitchen this afternoon.
And one more sponsor, Quarters Casino over north of Opelousas. If you go to the Quarters, you can go and try out some crispy, crunchy fried chicken. You can get some good Subway sandwiches. You can get some good Stuckey's candy there as well. It's a full-blown convenience store. They've got the El Pico de Gallo Mexican restaurant in Cantina that is right within the facility. They've got the the casino portion where if you want to do your gaming, you can go out and try your luck, see if you want to win a little bit of money. Great Chevron fuels, diesel, gasoline, well lit, well covered, good concrete, keep your feet nice, dry, and clean. Go to Quarters Casino.
Okay.
One more. How about this? If you want to look as good as Bobby Dupree does when he puts his makeup on and gets that, exfoliated and all that good stuff, gets his pedicure and what's the other one? Pedicure and which one? Which one? Yeah, there you go. Manicure, I'll get it. I had to think my Latin was off, man for hand. Spa Mizan in Lafayette. That's on Collie Saloon. If you want to get all that good stuff, they got a $100 gift card giveaway through the station here. If you text the word Mizan, which is M-I-Z-A-N, to the phone number 64636, that's 64636, send the word Mizan, M-I-Z-A-N, you can win a $100 gift card. Give it a shot.
That's right. Doesn't cost nothing to just get that in there like that. We, of course, like to talk about various sporting events, and might add that we were talking about the Louisiana high school boxers having this Hall of Fame. Well, Calvin Borrell entered the Racing Hall of Fame recently. He's shown here in this picture, and a very deserving young man from Catahoula, Louisiana, right out of Breaux Bridge, St. Martinville.
Had a very solid career as a young man, and in the years when you would think the guy would be sliding down the thing is when he just dominated. I mean, just came out of nowhere and built this thing into that Hall of Fame career.
Right, and just he's down to earth. We've met him. Beautiful wife, I might add. I think he did we well. Look more at her. He married up.
He knows how to pick a good horse. He knows how to pick a good wife.
A good filly. That's right. Good filly. And let's see here. Thoroughbred breeding industry is improving in Louisiana. First Louisiana bred filly in almost 10 years to pull off the feet. Designer legs crossed the finish line of the Adirondack Stakes and to win this stakes race. And the Louisiana thoroughbred breeding has really improved, and I might add continues to improve on annually. And right here in Opelousas in the next few days, Mr. Harold Foreman over at Crown
we'll get it. Copper Crown.
Got it. Copper Crown Training Center at their sales event center on Gilboa Road. They're going to have a big sale there again. And this particular horse happened to have been purchased and sold over at the sale at the Ike Hamilton, which later in September, they have a sale of yearlings. So a good opportunity if you wanting to get into the thoroughbred racing. And let's show a picture of one of our horses. I'm in
fashion.
In fashion, one of the I'm in Racing Stables LLC, our little syndicate that we formed about a year ago, won another race. That's the third race that I'm in Fashion has won for the group. I might add, and this is kind of important because people think that, well, when you buy a horse, that's throwing money down the drain, it doesn't bring you back any money or anything. Well, we bought these units at $10,000 a unit. We have received, 1 year after we put our money up, we have received 50% of our money back. We have received a 10% of the total money that we had put up, the $200,000. That was divided amongst the stakeholders, our units. And so we received something, and it's not just in the mail. By now, hopefully, it's in my banking account.
And the horses are fed.
And the horses...
Because a lot of times you buy the horse, that's the first expense, then you got to feed the horse. And
out of the 11 that was purchased by Carl DeVille, our trainer, and he also purchased it, he has that flexibility, and we still have 9. One was claimed for $20,000 at the fairgrounds. One had to be given away, just didn't turn out the right way, and so that leaves us 9 that are still racing and can race until they 5, 6, 7, 8 years old. You never know. So it's been a lot of fun. We've won a lot of races, a lot of opportunities to take pictures. In many of the pictures, I'm not in the picture because I'm out of town on the night that the races are won. So I told Mr. Joe Rink, I said, when you think you have a pretty good chance, I'll go out of town and I'll let you call me and tell me how the race ended up. Well, better than that, on my cell phone now, I have an app that I can watch it live, or I can watch a replay whenever I want to watch it.
You high tech, huh?
High tech, I'm telling you.
Mobile.
Mobile, that's right. Global also.
Mobile and global.
Oh, and global on that internet.
How about the 15th annual Soiree Royale culinary event will be happening Monday, September the 9th over at the Evangeline Downs Event Center, all to help out the Opelousas St. Landry Chamber of Commerce. Wine tasting begins at 5:30 p.m. The meals, you sample all these great chefs from throughout the area, start at 6 p.m. The celebrity chef is Paul Miller with Cape Paul's. You're going to have over 35 chefs. Let me tell you, the food is excellent. Call the chamber if you want tickets. $40 a ticket, 942-2683. You won't go home hungry, and you'll go home impressed.
The Ragin' Cajun Burger is back. Yep, the Ragin' Cajun Burger, and that was started at your local Sonic in Acadiana.
It's got the Cajuns logo on top of the bun.
On top of the bun, and they said it couldn't be done, and the owner of this large franchise, what's his name here, Gary Wilkinson, I never met the gentleman, but he owns the Lafayette area Sonic franchises, and said the Ragin' Cajun Burger sold 300% better last year than the typical Sonic promotional item.
They put Tony Chachere's on it. They put Tabasco mayonnaise on it. So it's all local.
All local. And now it's increased to 10 additional Sonic areas, and they're going to be doing their local college, but from the idea of Gary Wilkinson, the local Sonic franchisee in Acadiana.
How about this? On September the 6th at the Delta Grand, that's a Friday night, that's this Friday night, not this Friday, next Friday night, at the Delta Grand on Market Street, it's going to be I'll Fly Away, an evening of music with Joseph Amon III. He'll be playing music. He plays saxophone, he sings, really talented musician, but he can't miss that. His daddy is Joko. You know Joko Amon?
Yep.
Woodbury area?
That's correct.
Long line of good musicians in that family, and I went to school with his older brother, Randy.
We spoke earlier about the Kiwanis Club's upcoming jamboree that'll be taking place.
Yes, sir.
And on the lighter side of it, the Crying Towel was presented to none other than Coach Tommy Badon here at the Westminster Christian. And so the public schools had a Crying Towel, and now the Kiwanis Club members, they have one too. And I want to talk about a person that I've cut this article out several days ago, but a person that has followed the Port Barre High School as a statistician for more than 50 years, for 57 years, and I'm speaking, of course, of Charles Daniels. Charles had a full-time job with the Louisiana Department of Highways. I guess he was in the engineering department, and has successfully attended these football games and kept all the statistics.
All the books, 57 years from the sidelines, running around on the sidelines, keeping track of them.
Yep.
And of course, his daughter, Jody, worked for the companies for years and years.
That's correct. In fact, she and her husband, John, made me a beautiful picture of some of the
history
of OPAC.
We're going to take a 1-minute break, folks. Thank you
for
watching.
Not already.
See you on the other half of the halftime.